Welcome to the fireside. I'm going to tell you a story. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I shall begin. This is the story of the Dragon of Drumheller. The land keeps many secrets. If you look closely and wait patiently, the earth begins to reveal the treasure it has kept hidden for thousands of years. I am not talking about jewels or pirate chests filled with gold. No, I mean something far more precious. I'm talking about fossils, the keys to times gone by. You can find such a hoard of wonders in the Royal Tyrrell Museum in Midland Provincial Park, where the striped hills resemble a gigantic plateful of Nanaimo bars. Here, Parker and Nate, two brothers from Calgary, spent a hot July day in their favourite place. Having gone round all the exhibitions at least twice in the morning, their weary parents took them outside to a park bench, where they all hungrily devoured their picnic lunch. "Mom, Dad, can we go and play now?" Parker pleaded, tugging his mum's sleeve. "Go on then, but be careful. Don't go too far and stay on the trail where we can see you." "Okay," the boys replied in stereo. With that, Parker and Nate ran down the trail, kicking up the dust with their feet. Nate skipped ahead and yelled, "Hey Parker, let's slip under the rail and go and find some dinosaur bones." "Yeah, I want to find a T-Rex. Roar!" The two brothers scooted under the handrail and raced along the rocky ridge, huffing and puffing in the heat. They soon skidded to a halt to catch their breath. "Hey you!" A disembodied voice floated up from the dust. "Was that you, Nate?" Parker said. "Nope, I didn't say anything. You're hearing things." Nate sighed and rolled his eyes. "Ahem. Hey you! Hey you there, up there! Excuse me, sir, you are standing on my tail." The voice chipped in indignantly. Parker jumped and looked down. He couldn't make out what it was at first. He squinted and realised he was staring into a pair of big, bright, unblinking green eyes. "Excuse me, could you please, move, your..." A spindly talon waved vaguely in the direction of Parker's right foot. "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Lizard," Parker uttered, blushing, and stepped gingerly to the left. A spiky sandy-coloured tail sprang upright, while a pink forked tongue gave it a good lick. "I'm not a lizard, I'm a dragon," the creature retorted in a strange, lilting accent. "You're not a dragon, you're too small," giggled Nate. "I say, there's no need to be rude. I kindly ask you not to be sizist. I'll have you know, dragons come in all shapes and sizes, and I might be vertically challenged, but I'm as fierce as the best of them," the reptile insisted. "You don't look fierce," Nate replied, suppressing a snicker. "What's your name?" Parker asked politely, avoiding an argument. "My name's Dewey," the animal responded with a low bow. "Well, Dewey, I've never heard of that name before. I'm Parker, and this is my brother Nate." Dewey looked from one to the other and said, "I'm pleased to meet you both. Dewey is Welsh for David, by the way." "Oh, so you must be from Wales then," Parker surmised. "Well, not exactly. My great-grandfather was. He was born in Swansea, you see. But I was born just down the road in Drumheller." The dragon smiled, revealing a set of sharp, glistening teeth. "So what are you doing here then?" piped up Nate. "I'm on garbage duty. Check this out." The dragon took a deep breath and blew bright orange flames at a discarded Tim's coffee cup on the ground. Puff! The cup disintegrated into a wisp of black ash. "Whoa! You really are a dragon. Can you fly too?" Nate exclaimed, wide-eyed. "My dear boy, of course I can fly." Dewey stretched out his skinny, scaly arms to reveal a pair of magnificent teal blue wings that shimmered in the sunlight. Flap, flap, and he hovered above the ground. "Wow, you've a cool set of wings. But I thought dragons only existed in legends. I never knew they were for real," Parker confessed. "Well, my boy, dragons have been around since the beginning of time. We are the oldest surviving members of the animal kingdom on the planet, unlike our distant cousins, the dinosaurs. So very sad." Dewey sighed and landed softly. "We love dinosaurs. That's why we're here. We saw the Borealopelta in the museum just now. It's armour-plated and looks just like a transformer." Nate waved his arms excitedly. "I hate to burst your bubble, boys, but dinosaurs were very stupid. Take the Brontosaurus, for example. It had a small head on top of a big body. You can't drive such a big body with a tiny brain. You are at an evolutionary disadvantage," Dewey chuckled. But what about my favourite, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, king of the tyrant lizards?" Parker cried. "Ha! King of the tyrant lizards, my foot. Ever asked yourself why it had a huge tail?" Dewey challenged. Parker frowned with concentration. "So it could run fast?" "Wrong. To balance its enormous head and stop it falling flat on its face." Dewey doubled over with laughter. It was kind of strange watching a dragon laugh at his own joke. "Oh man, that was funny," coughing. He wiped the tears from his bright green eyes. "I guess I should stop smoking." "I should stop smoking, get it?" Now the dragon rolled in the dust, clutching his pot-bellied tummy. Dewey, where are the other dragons? You said dragons were the oldest surviving animals on the planet. So there's more than one of you, right? Where are they?" Dewey recovered, and fixing Parker in his gaze, he replied seriously, "Well, all of my family are here. Then there is my second cousin, the Komodo dragon in Indonesia, and the other cousins, the blue dragon sea slugs, somewhere off the coast of South Africa. And then there are the ruby sea dragons." "Oh, we saw a sea dragon in the museum," Parker interrupted. "It was called an Elasmosaurus, and it lived 75 million years ago." "She's still alive and kicking," Dewey nodded vigorously. "No, that can't be true. They told me that the sea dragons died out millions of years ago." Parker gestured to the museum behind them. "Pah! What do they know? The last I heard, Elaine was hanging out in Loch Ness." "What? She's the Loch Ness monster?" Nate butted in. "Who? Elaine? A monster? No. She's my great-great-aunt, and she's the soppiest sea dragon alive. She even cried during Finding Nemo. Ah, yes. What a family Christmas that was." Dewey paused for a moment and looked wistful. "Right, well, I'd best be off now. Promise me you won't tell anyone about me." "For sure, we promise. But why not?" the brothers said in unison. "Parker! Nate! Where are you?" The boys spun round. "Quick, it's Mom. We'd better go," Parker whispered. "Wait, I want to say goodbye." Nate swivelled on his heels. "Where did Dewey go?" "But he was just there a second ago." Parker pointed to a small dust cloud that dwindled into nothingness beside a pile of rocks. "I guess he must have gone back to work." The two boys peered hard at the sandy earth. There was no sign of the diminutive dragon anywhere. "Parker! Nate! Where are you?" "Mom, we're coming!" Parker nudged Nate in the ribs and said, "Now remember, we can't tell Mom and Dad about Dewey. We promised." Nate shrugged and murmured, "Whatever." The two boys jostled each other as they jogged back to their parents. "Hey guys, we thought you'd got lost. Did you have fun?" Their dad laughed and wrapped them both in a bear hug. "Yeah, we met an awesome dragon," Nate blurted out. "Fly," Parker interrupted. "He meant we saw a huge dragon fly." "Really? Out here? That's unusual. Are you sure it wasn't a cricket?" their mum asked. "Nope, it was definitely a Ow! Nate crumpled, feeling the sharp kick in the shin from his brother's running shoe. "Dragonfly, yeah, it was definitely a large dragonfly with wings as big as this." Parker stretched out his arms wide and smiled ever so sweetly. Nate scowled. "Humph!" Suddenly, a vivid flash of teal blue caught Parker's eye, and he turned to look over his shoulder. In the distance, he spotted Dewey, grinning toothily and waving. Parker gave a brief nod, and with a flick of his spiky tail, the dragon was gone.